Okay, this is the next update. It's not a big one either, but I want to document this for my channel just so you can see. So I was having an issue, not here on the bottom, but right here. Yeah, this is kind of deceiving how that was sitting. The individual frame that I built was fine, but the Ikea Linmon, or the combination of that with the drywall, was basically, it's summer right now and it's hot, like this is a climate controlled room, is my basement. It expanded enough that it kinked up here, and I talked about it in the other video, so making a mess, but it is what it is. So what I'm gonna do, I was smart enough that when I built this is the very first section, I glued, it was a pain in the butt, but I glued all of the pieces of foam on each one. And this is, if I ever want to move this layout, it would be messy and there would be, fix up that would have to happen. But perfect example, I'll tell you what I had to cut. A little bit of rock right here, just at the top, sliced on that back kind of section, and then use the putty knife to scrape the hot glue track and cork with the tile up. That's it. I undid the screws so that I could get some movement, but the Ikea portions are not glued to this wood frame. And I just pushed the track back in, and then I set my sections here. So I really like how the trailer park came out, but here I had a town before of Missoula, I guess, but it was so far away and it was detailed, but once I built down here, you couldn't even see it. So this is going to turn into another mountain. There's 4 tunnels that go into the wall on the return loops. So this has to get redone on the top section anyway. So I figured, okay, enough is enough. We got to make the track reliable. And this is an area that it kinked up. So what my plan is, I'm pretty sure this is fine. But I'm going to take another measurement of that, and I'm going to take this side and take a sander, and I've got a little Black & Decker mouse sander, take it out to the garage and sand down some of this foam and sand down this side a bit more, because at the very front here, this was track, and the tile, it was basically lifting, because all of these Ikea pieces kind of just fit in the room and it was probably built in the winter time, so there's just enough expansion. Now here is kind of deceiving because it wasn't doing that before. That will be fixed once everything's lined up. I might have to pull all this tile up, but it's not a big deal. The tile's $4 a sheet at Dollarama. I even have a bunch more still. So I'm kind of continuing that corner, and then I want to change this, or I guess make a big change here. Yesterday I went to the toy store where I get the aquatic animals, and I'm gonna raise this lake up as I've wanted to for quite a long time. So and I've got to do something about that. I'm not happy with that mountaintop at all. These ones are all great, so all this is fine. This one just needs to be decorated. This one is fine, but I need a better mountain there. And it starts with this piece right here. So I just wanted to kind of show how this was made and how I glue it's the most inexpensive way. These are glued with, I started gluing them with PL300. It's quite expensive. Using the great stuff does a whole stack of them. So that's actually cheaper, the cheapest way to do it, than buying the pink foam, is this white foam, and then making your own. So I'm gonna make it so that everything in here is not buckling, I guess if that's the right word, and then get that fitted back in there, run some test trains through, and then I'm gonna continue on with Sculptamold and that on these undone sections here. So then I can come back and finish my scenery. So all right, I'll leave it at that, and we'll talk to you soon.